Hey y'all, it's your girl Shell. Welcome back to my channel. So it has been a while, y'all. I'm like, I can't believe I keep telling myself, oh, I need to record, especially before I like forget some things. And then I was like, oh, I should write them down and never got to it. So I did these long mini twists. I usually have the short ones, but I'm like, why not try the long ones this time? So this is it. I'm actually done. So what I'm about to do is, I don't know if you can see the ends. You know how when you do mini twists, the ends look crazy? Like real crazy. So what I'm about to do is just cut the ends and make it look nice. And talk to you guys while I do it. Okay, so the first week of school. The first week of school was a lot. You know, I met my kids. I met my students, and it was like the best thing ever. I felt like I had such a great week, but also learning how everything goes. And crazy enough, of course, I'm probably not going to be used to it for a while, but I just, see, this is much better. So I just want to, I was like, okay, I want to get used to my kids, you know, get to know them. So my school, it's definitely required. You know, I thought most teachers just did it, but at my school, it's required to, you know, go over rules and procedures and not start curriculum. I honestly thought some teachers just did it that way. But I really like how my school, like, make us do that, because it's like, you want to have a great school year, so why not, you know? So they made us do it for 2 weeks, and then, they made us do that for 2 weeks while we're getting to know the kids. So we ate lunch with them. And I mean, like, this was required. So we went to lunch with them, which normally, like today, we don't have to stay in there. But for the first 2 weeks, we stayed at lunch with them. We was just getting to know the kids. It was a lot of conversation, a lot of coloring, nothing too crazy. You know, it was just like procedures and rules. And then week 2, then we talked about a little more. We had little topics like emotions and things like that. And honestly, we did that for a good 2 weeks before curriculum. I'm trying to think, because the third week, we started implementing the curriculum, actually teaching things. It's really good for them and it's needed. So third week comes along. It was just like, okay, it just feels like I am learning the ropes, you know? So I don't think it'll ever be something like where I feel like I got this. As soon as I feel like I got this, it's like, okay, I understood, like, okay, I'm understanding the software. I'm understanding how this work, how the scheduling work, how I have to do it, like my scheduling, my time management. It was just so much to learn, because it's like by the time I look up and I think that this is a little weird one. By the time I feel like, okay, I understand, I got this, it's like something else. So it was always something to learn, like, okay, this didn't work out today, let's try something else tomorrow. So already working, doing all that, it was just so much at once, especially when the kids come. It's like I wasn't able to complete, like, I probably have like 3 things maybe to do. I didn't have my voice levels up, or like my class jobs. I still don't have my class jobs, y'all. I still didn't have that up, and just different things like my school required, I still don't have up certain things. So it's like, it just, as soon as when the kids come, it's just a wrap, because it's like you're with the kids, and then I was staying, which is still crazy to this day. Yes. So I started feeling like, oh no, as soon as like the kids were here, I started feeling like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. So then I started staying after school, like, okay, I'm making copies. And it's crazy, because although I have an assistant, a lot of the time that's something I honestly have to get used to, because it's like, okay, what should I give her to do to help me? Because, you know, like sometimes it's not even not being good at delegating, it's not thinking it through. Like, okay, I'm thinking ahead, thinking it through. And so getting used to that was definitely a thing, or is a thing. I feel like I'm just like I just don't get a break. Like, there's no catching up, you know? Like, my lunch, we're eating and we're talking about more things, literally. And especially the week where we was eating, the 2 weeks we're eating with the kids. Then by the time I get to eat, we're eating and talking about more things. And that was insane because it's like not catching a break, and then it just feel like I'm on go, go, go. And then I was staying after school to do certain things, and it would like never end because I was like, you know, just trying to get a flow and a feel of everything. And that had to be the most, oh, it was just so much, you guys. And I'm like, not even think YouTube is not even on my mind at that point because it's like so much to do. Still to this day, so much to do. I'm just not going to stress over it and overextend myself anymore because I was. And even though in my head I'm like, oh, I need to do this, and this, I'm still like, yeah, but I still need to get home and do this, and this. So now I am going home now. This is what, week 5 maybe? I think week 4, I started just going home as I should. And it'll just get done whenever it gets done. Now, certain things for the school was like, oh, you have to have this, you know. Like, I had to do some trainings. I had to turn in, like, a substitute binder just in case an emergency happens. I had to, like, certain things like that. And even that adds on to it, you know, because, like, oh, my gosh, I need to do this. I need to go print this out. I need to go do. And it's just, like, 1,000 things, you guys. And then so, with that being said, then I wasn't thinking, like I said, ahead of what to have my assistant do. So it was like, though I have the help, I was so focused on the kids as well. But now I'm definitely better at just having her things there for her so she can just do, you know, like any kind of administration or help that I need when it comes to copies and things like that. So yeah. Then, you guys, I was, I think 3rd week, or was it 2nd week? No, it had to be 3rd week. Did we start curriculum? No, maybe like 2nd week. Yes. Come on. So, y'all, I don't know if it was week 2 or week 3. Did we start curriculum already? I think we did. I feel like it was week 2, because we're going to week 5. No, I think it was week 3. So 3 or 4 of my children didn't come, right? And so they added 2 new ones. Like, first week they added one, the 2nd week they added one, the 3rd week they added another. And this student, he didn't speak, he didn't respond to anything. He was very grabby, and I had to hold his hand all the time. He would try to escape out of my class. He was standing on tables, flipping my rug, running around the class. I mean, like, the whole 9, y'all. And I was like, and that had to be my most exhausting week, y'all, because he also didn't have paperwork, and he couldn't have a therapist until he had paperwork. So they literally dropped him in, or he came in one day, and I knew nothing about him, and there was no one to help with him. And I opened up his backpack. There was diapers, and I was just like, what am I supposed to do with this situation? Christian, yes.
I don't know if it...
So, y'all, that was the most difficult thing ever because I had a whole 21 other kids, y'all. And, he ran out of my class and literally had to just get admin's help to, as we're looking for him, because it's he just took off. And then they found him in the cafeteria or whatnot. And then we go to the cafeteria. Oh yeah, he didn't eat anything. He didn't eat anything all day. He doesn't want to drink. He doesn't want to. So it's this shot is here. Doesn't want to eat or drink. He doesn't speak. He doesn't respond. And it was just wow. It was just wow. Because there was no paperwork or anything, you guys. So did the best with that situation, and then eventually they was telling mom that the school wasn't able to do what he needed. And even before then, I guess she kind of already knew maybe, because the meeting we was about to have, she didn't show up. She already was like, I'm bringing him back. So maybe she already knew, but that ended up, that's what happened. But that day, that week, I was so drained because that was very hard. So then that happened. Then one day I came into class. My whole classroom was pretty much flooded. At least all my rugs, everything was flooded. We're trying to figure out, is there a leak in the ceiling? My first thought was a leak. When I told my assistant principal, she thought it was the bathroom flooded. Then I told her no, because the teacher next door, her class wasn't flooded, and we share a bathroom, and it's not wet in there. It wasn't wet in there. So then we're trying to figure out where the water come from. And I think everyone just kind of said, like, it had to be from the custodians that work at night. Because, like, what else could it possibly be? It had to be the custodians that did something, and then they just had to leave it there because they're, like, scared and they can't, you know. But I ended up having to teach a couple hours in the music room, and they had my room dried for me. But my rugs were just not okay. So then I got a new rug. So, but it has been so much. And then we did the testing. It was like, I think our school test. And then our regular test is coming up. No, the state test, I believe, is coming up this month, September. So then we had, it's like, as soon as I feel like, okay, I'm getting used to it, we worked on curriculum. And it was like, okay, I'm getting used to this. And then it was time to test. And it's like, okay, I'm getting used to this. Then now it's like, okay, now it's progress reports. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So now that's been number one thing, because that's due, grades are due Friday. And then it's going to be, we have some curriculum night coming up. And then it's just like such a learning everything. It's feeling like a newborn baby into the world. And it is never been here before, learning so much day by day. And it's like, when I remember they was teaching us about all the software again, and I was so drained from my student I was telling you guys about. I literally was checked out. I was just so drained, like, wow. And then I'm like getting to school early, leaving late. So last week was the first week I was just like, okay, enough is enough. And I knew I wasn't going to like be doing that long. Like, I've heard, I know, have my boundaries and things like that, and balance within my home life and in work life. And I knew I wasn't going to do this forever. It was just like, okay, but I still have so much to do, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to do that, but at the same time, it's going to benefit me. My class is going to be organized because I'm staying. And when I'm choosing, like, well, I'm just not going to stay, I'm going home, like I'm doing right now, it's more so like, well, then you won't get these things. You won't have these things yet, and you just work at it slowly. And that's just what, that's just where I got to, and that's just what it is. So that was a lot. It has been a lot. And now, so I always told my kids if they get 100 dojo points, then they get to go to the treasure box. And I wasn't giving out many dojo points like that, because I feel like just to stop what I'm doing to go give dojo points was a bit much. And then I was trying to give it off to my assistant, like, hey, give dojo, blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, we still have yet to really do that, for her to just give the points consistently. I started giving more points out, and about 2 of my students finally hit 100, and now it's like, okay, now it's time to go get that treasure box. And you guys, I've been to Michael's everywhere because my coworkers even told me they got it from there, but I guess they're out. Maybe that was just like a back to school kind of thing, because they no longer have it. So what I did was, I have to show you guys, it's so cute. I went to the thrift store and I purchased, well, no, I went to this place called Ollie's first. It's, their whole slogan is good stuff cheap. And I ended up getting a lot of things from there, like candy for the kids, toys, and then I went to the thrift store to see if I found anything interesting. And then, so I'm bringing that in tomorrow. It's going to be the first treasure box pick. I'm so excited about that, because then I get the other kids a little hyped up, like, oh my gosh, there's a treasure box. It is real. Because I've been telling them, and it's like, is this real? One of the girls like, how does it look? What does our treasure box look like? So far, my parents have been good. My coworkers have been okay. So I'm just like, okay, Lord, thank you. Because like, I have help, you know, my children are great. Of course, I have two that's like, behavior wise, I'm just like trying to figure it out, trying to navigate, trying to help. You know, I am doing my very best. But the rest is just awesome. Having two is like, to me, Christian, stop. Having two to me is like a blessing. So I'm not even upset like that I have two, because I think that's just like a normal thing. So this is, it's not a traditional, but I wasn't able to get the one I wanted. But also the ones on Amazon is not, I don't know, y'all probably can't see me. The one on Amazon is just not giving. And then, or, you know, if you want a traditional treasure box, I guess. But then everything with Amazon, one thing about them, you're always going to think it's bigger than it is. And it's not. You have to really check measurements with them. Don't be fooled. You'll buy something that looks so big, and then you get it and it's like this small. I am going to be styling my hair this week. So, I don't know why. There's a one of my teacher's assistant, like there's 6 of us. So one of the 6, her assistant came to be basically telling me that she wants to be my assistant next year. And I'm like, ooh. And I'm thinking about it, it's like, why? Because, I mean, she usually speaks to me. I usually see her. She usually be like, hey, and then we'll have like brief conversation. Or, you know, when she comes and pick up any kids from my class, when it's time for dismissal, we'll do a little chat or whatnot. But she was just like, I want to be your assistant next year. And I was like, ooh, child. One thing about it, everything they say about a school, I try to stay in my own little bubble, just trying to get the job, trying to ask the questions I need to ask, do what I need to do. Okay, and random people walk in your class, you guys. But they did tell us, you know, don't get nervous when certain people walk in your class, because they're just looking at different things. Like, if the dean walks in, they're like, he's probably just looking at behavior. You know, they're not necessarily looking. One time the assistant principal came in and they were doing like their little morning routine, and she was just like recording, and she was just smiling and thought it was just so cute. And I love that. I'm like, cool. One time when my classroom flooded, when we were coming back in, the principal was kind of in there helping get everything together. And he stayed in my room an extra like 10 minutes while I'm teaching and talking to the kids, and I'm like, oh, like, like hurry up and walk out. But you know, it's not even that you're doing anything wrong, because I'm really just doing my thing. But it's like, it's still like someone else is listening to me. You know, you just feel like you're being critiqued. Feel like you're just being critiqued, and then you feel a little like nervous. I was thinking about curling it, y'all. She also, the assistant girl, she was asking like, oh, how does it work? Do you guys get to pick your assistant? And I was telling her like, I am new, so I didn't get to pick anything. I didn't get to pick my class. I didn't get to pick anything. It was just given to me because I'm new. But yeah, it was just given to me because I was new. So I didn't request anything or have a say in anything. It was like, oh, you're going to be in this room. And I'm like, all right, okay. You know, just happy for the job. But it's like, I did start thinking, I do kind of, like, just think about the next year of just different things. Like, would I want to stay in the same class next year? Would I want the same assistant next year? Would I want just different things? And it's just thinking about my already, which I need to stop, but just think about my next group already of kids, because I feel like one of the teachers, she had such a great group last year, and I feel like are they doing this for like the first year teachers? Because me and the teacher next door were both new, and both of us have such a great class. And the teacher that the other teacher, that was her first year last year, she had such a great class, and this year she doesn't think so. This year she doesn't think so. So I'm just like, uh-oh. Like, uh-oh. But y'all, let me go ahead and put this up. But y'all, I don't know if y'all see how round my face is, but I have no words, y'all. Like, I just have no words. I have not stepped on a scale because I am afraid. I went back to church last week, but I didn't go this morning. Oh, that scared me. I didn't go this morning. Micah, good night. Actually, my husband said he wasn't going to go. He wasn't going. And of course, I slept straight through my alarm, because even if he doesn't go, I still press out and go, especially not having to work. But y'all, I haven't stepped on the scale. I'm a little scared, but I just have to do it. I just have to do it because I need to see. I might need to use bobby pins because I need to see what's going on. And I'm like, I was telling myself, like, girl, you're getting way too old for this, okay? We are getting too old because it probably didn't even stay. I'm too old to be eating any kind of way. And I was like, I almost told myself, girl, you almost 40. And I was like, I am not almost 40. But shoot. I don't even know if I like this because this is popping out everywhere. But yeah, that's what's been going on. And I needed to make this quick little update. But I wanted to make this quick update, but I definitely need to do, maybe tomorrow I should start a day in the life. But that's only if I have to get these videos off my phone. I have to get these videos off my phone, and then maybe I could do a day in the life of a first year kindergarten teacher. But honestly, I've been loving what I'm doing. That week took me by surprise. That third week took me by surprise. But besides that, everything has been good. Everything has been normal. I've been having a blast. I've been loving exactly what I do. Just been having so much fun. And I'm just learning. I'm just here for the journey and the experience. So I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully maybe tomorrow. I gotta get back on the YouTube things, you know. And I'll see y'all in the next one.